Joining us now are two members of the House Armed Services Committee, Democratic Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez and Republican Senator John Fleming. Thank you both for joining us. Congresswoman, let's start with you. Are you at all confident that Secretary of State John Kerry's mission this weekend accomplished anything?
Well, I believe the fact that we've been talking more to China and that China definitely doesn't want more of our presence in South Korea and around those waters makes them more of an ally in trying to help us. And of course, we believe that they pretty much are the only one that can really talk to North Korea. So my hope is in the ability for us to talk to China. That's good. And of course now John Kerry is over there in Japan, one of our allies who is worried about what's going on there, as well as South Korea. But I think he's done a good job with his trip. But, you know, it's a big unknown. And nobody really has a good fix on what's going on in North Korea, who's really leading consolidation of power. It's an interesting twist of events in the last couple of months. And Congressman Fleming, your reaction to Kerry's trip, any progress that you see?
Well, Doug, I think the key to diplomacy is through China. North Korea depends a lot on China. China can apply pressure. And, of course, China does work the diplomatic channels in ways that North Korea does not. So I think showing force as we have, deploying defensive missile systems as we are, and then working the diplomacy routes through China, applying pressure and diplomacy simultaneously, I think is a very good move. The only thing we worry about, of course, is because North Korea is so unpredictable with this new leader. We don't want anybody to miscalculate.
And that's where we are. We've seen a number of experts say that we've seen lots of instances of North Korea sort of being provocative in this way, but they've always had an off-ramp, an exit strategy. Do you see that this time around? Congresswoman Sanchez?
Well, certainly, it's always been that way, sort of rattle the weapons and then, oh, we need food, and sort of the West helping in that sense. You know, again, we have a new leader. He's consolidated his power very, very quickly. We don't know if it's because of him or the people right behind him. It might have been the inner circle to the former two leaders. And if it is the inner circle, it could possibly be that they're going to react in the same way. But on the other hand, he may really be consolidating on his own, and maybe he just has a different streak or a different viewpoint of what the West is. Or maybe he feels that he's been able to move forward his nuclear program faster than maybe we predicted, although we have pretty good evidence that he's not anywhere near striking the United States. But the fear would be, again, Japan, South Korea, other issues like that. China really is the key to help us to try to understand that.
Congressman Fleming, Secretary Kerry said on Saturday when he was in China that he's willing to reduce U.S. missile defenses in the region if North Korea abandons its nuclear weapons program. Another case of leading from behind. Would you agree with that assessment?
Well, Doug, we've been down this road before. We've given them food, we've given them aid, we've given them money with promises that they'll stand down, and they continue to move forward. So, no, I really think we need to forward deploy those missiles. You know, we had stood them down at one time before. And also, I'll piggyback on the other comments, and that is that oftentimes North Korea does this for domestic consumption and also to build stature around the world. So once again, we really haven't unlocked the code in this young leader. And I think we need to be very observant and very, very skeptical.
Congressman John Fleming, Republican from Louisiana, and Loretta Sanchez, Democrat of California, thank you both for your time. Good to see you.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you.